Thank you, Rita. I'm Ellie Crisell. You're watching South East Today. A travel influencer says she felt hunted like prey after a Sussex man followed her abroad, threatening to kidnap and rape her. Alexandra Saper had been living in Bali but was forced to flee her home when Rob Keating from Horsham arrived on the island following a string of disturbing threats. Chrissy Reedy reports.
She's travelled thousands of miles to face a man in court who stalked her online for the past 3 years. Rob Keating from Sussex targeted 33-year-old Alexandra Saper on her Instagram account with a stream of sexual and violent messages.
This was the first time, I think, in my life I was scared all the time. I would wake up scared, I would fall asleep scared, I would have nightmares. And to feel so disempowered when I thought I had worked so hard to put myself in a position in life where I felt empowered, but it just rattled my whole sense of identity for a long time.
He began sending her messages via Instagram. When she blocked him, he found her email address and bombarded her with emails and videos where he threatened to kidnap and rape her. He even sent an image of a body in a suitcase, saying he'd do the same to her. When he turned up in Bali, where she was living, she told her many followers she had no choice but to run, leaving the country altogether.
The last couple of weeks, why I've disappeared from social media and why I'm currently no longer in Indonesia, but can't tell you where I am for reasons that will become obvious in a second.
Keating was arrested at Gatwick Airport on his way home from Bali. But more than a year later, while still on bail and under investigation, he sent Alexandra screenshots of flights he'd booked to Bali again with the words "round 2.
And when he finally landed in Bali and I confirmed he was there, it just really hit me that this person was obviously willing to go to extreme lengths to follow through on the threats that he made.
It can make people change jobs, change their home, change careers. It's sometimes dismissed as just being a bit of an irritant, but stalking is really dangerous. Stalking kills people.
In court, 39-year-old Rob Keating was found guilty of stalking involving fear of violence by a jury.
I was hoping to feel a lot more relief and peace, and I feel kind of numb about the whole thing. Sentencing is still in 6 weeks, so I have no idea what's going to happen then. That's another hurdle to get through. On another hand, like the implications of what this has done to me in my life over the last 3 years, and psychologically and mentally, don't just go away because someone's convicted.
Keating will be sentenced this summer.
Chrissy Reedy reporting, and if you've been affected by anything in that report, you can head to BBC Action Line for help and advice. Police officers made jokes about pepper spraying a 92-year-old care home resident in Sussex, a court has heard. Jurors were shown body-worn camera footage capturing the moments Donald Burgess, an amputee and wheelchair user, was tasered and arrested. PC Stephen Smith and PC Rachel Komoto both deny assault occasioning actual bodily harm. You may find some of the footage in Sam Harrison's report upsetting.
Put the knife on the floor now, or you'll be sprayed.
A tense scene which remains under heavy scrutiny.
Put it down.
This body cam footage shows 92-year-old lower leg amputee Donald Burgess holding a knife and being confronted by police.
Last chance.
A manager at the Park Beck care home in St Leonard's told the court Mr Burgess wanted to stab someone.
Drop the knife. Put it on the floor.
Do it now. Drop the knife.
Donald, drop the knife.
First he was hit with pepper spray, then he was tasered.
Donald!
Put it down! Put it down!
Taser, taser!
The officer who pulled the trigger was PC Rachel Komoto. She faces one charge of assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Her colleague, though, PC Stephen Smith, faces 2 counts of the same charge. Today, the court heard evidence which focused on statements written by both officers. They claim the 92-year-old posed a genuine threat. In October 2022, PC Komoto said she was not aware of Mr Burgess's age until after the incident, and that he held the knife with a strong grip. Meanwhile, in PC Smith's statement, he claimed that Mr Burgess threatened members of staff before police arrived, concluding that he needed to be disarmed as quickly as possible. The prosecution argues that in trying to calm this situation, officers inflamed it, their use of force unjustified and unlawful against the 92-year-old. Mr Burgess contracted COVID-19 and died shortly after the event, but the ongoing court case continues to scrutinise whether his treatment was fair. Sam Harrison, BBC South East Today at Southwark Crown Court.
A grieving daughter whose mother was murdered at her home in East Sussex has been told she can take over the tenancy. Rita Lambourne died in February at the property in Bexhill. Her daughter Lucy, who grew up there, had been told she couldn't exchange it for her own southern housing flat. But after we reported on her story, the company says the swap can go ahead because of the family's tragic and exceptional circumstances. Time for a look at the weather. Here's Nina.
Today's heavy showers are clearing away overnight, so tomorrow is going to be a mostly dry day. Any showers very light and well scattered, but it will be quite a cloudy day. We'll have clear skies for most of the night. It's into the early hours. The cloud starts to drift down from the north, but ahead of that it turns fairly chilly, with temperatures dropping to lows of 4 degrees. There could be a hint of brightness at first tomorrow morning, but then the cloud increases. The showers fairly well scattered. They're a little hit and miss, not as many as today and not as heavy, but with less brightness. We're looking at a cooler day and highs of 14 to 15 degrees. For most through the day on Friday, it's dry and it's bright. The small chance of a shower before it turns pretty unsettled through the weekend.
Well, that's it from the late team. Ian Palmer there will be back bright and early in the morning from 6:30. Good night.